yesterday evening. I come out here. I was going to fill this tank up because I had the water hydrant shut off, but I didn't unhook the hose from the float. So apparently some water got froze in the pipe there. So I brought my torch just in case I couldn't get it going, but it got up to 40 degrees today, so it thawed out, and it's probably, I don't know, 12 o'clock noon now. But I had to get a bunch of ice out, and I'm going to try out this. I'm going to see if this water miser, so far it's working. Maybe it'll, it shouldn't come on right now. So when it gets, like last night it got down to 10 degrees, so overnight it should run when it gets cold enough. And that in turn should keep my water meter out there from freezing. See if I can show you. See that white, that's for the water meters right at my property line. So that should keep it from freezing, hopefully. I'm hoping by not filling it all the way up, it won't overflow. We're gonna test out the theory and see. Yeah, so we hit the trailer on out at the farm right after I hooked that water miser to the hydrant. Got out, come out here, and load up these calves. I'm out of prairie hay. We're out of hay. The hay, the 2 bales left of that brome stuff I bought that I kind of got ripped off on because it was more weedy and stemmy than anything. And we're gonna, I think they can reach most of a round bale in a round bale feeder. If not, I'll just have to take a pitchfork and pitchfork it to the sides. So we're gonna take them back to the farm. I got a shed out there they can get in. They can go in the pen where the bull normally goes because the bull's out with the first year heifers. And put them in there. Got a bale straw. I have straw up here in the shed, so I got a bale to take with us. And then I'm gonna see if I can get some alfalfa from a guy, about an hour away, and put in this little square bale feeder and see if I can get some weight on these guys. Tiny is definitely way tinier than the rest of them. As you know, it's from a teen mom, so we're hoping eventually it'll grow. But with all her defects, whether eye defect or ear defect, she won't sell very good to sell. So if we can get some growth on her, maybe we can sell her for a butcher instead of just for for somebody to rebreed. But, so that's our plan for the now. So we think the bigger one of the 3 that we had at our house is pretty close to the size of some of the smallest ones over here. So we're gonna go ahead and run it over there with them and just keep the 2 smaller ones over here. So eventually we might take the 2 smaller ones to the sale by themselves, maybe. If you look at them right now, they kind of look like they're the same size.
No, that one's a little smaller. I think we'll leave her in there with tiny.
So it's the one that's closest to you, right?
Yeah.
Here, oh, I guess I.
Okay.
Yeah, see if you can run those back. I'll keep it from coming around this side. Let's go ahead and run them back.
Here, no, here. Let me just open this a bit.
Well, you didn't open it. like 14 degrees out here. This thing's running, this water miser's running a pretty good stream. And it's kept the tank full. It's actually got a thawed out spot. I'm gonna break the ice a little more so they can all drink a little easier. I'm gonna feed and get out of here. So I got all the ice broke. As you've seen, that water miser worked pretty good in that one tank. But I have, that is the first, as you've seen in other videos, that's the first hydrant from the meter. And then I have two more that go out to the big tank. There's one that goes to the big tank and one north of it. And then you go back west. I got two more hydrants. One goes to the steer, and the two small cans that I brought back from my house to here. I had to get in my car to warm up before I give them some cubes, because my insulated gloves are in my truck, and I had some hand heaters, and they're in the house at home. So I got to warm my hands up a little bit, and then I'm gonna go get back out and feed some cubes. I'm thinking maybe putting one more water miser. I think I'll put it on a hose and string it downhill from the last hydrant out to the west to hopefully keep the whole maybe keep all the hydrants from freezing. That's my hope anyway. I'd put it on another tank. I could probably put it on the big tank. I don't know. I could. Yeah, I might just go ahead and stick it on the big tank. But, well, I say that, but I don't have nothing to put around it. Yeah, I'm about to wait on that. I haven't put any panel around to keep the cows from messing with it, so I don't want to do that just yet. Maybe tomorrow, if the wind ain't blowing, maybe I can drive some posts around it, put some panels around where the cows can't get in there and mess with the handle, or rub on it, put the handle up. Anyhow, this little tidbit of, I told you 14 degrees when I was out there at the tank, but actually right now it's currently 11. So if I put the water miser on the hydrant and the cows were to push the handle down a little bit, it would cause the hydrant to freeze, because the water, as most of you probably know, the water drains out the bottom, out the valve at the bottom into the gravel underground. But if they were pushed part way down, it would hold pressure in there, and there wouldn't be enough pressure for it to run out, and it would just freeze. But anyhow, so it's supposed to be 10. It's supposed to be 10 degrees tomorrow, low in the single digits for like the next 3 days. And I think it's supposed to be a high of 16 the next day. And then maybe the day after that, I think it might be a high of 31, but it'll still be in the single digits overnight. But it's most winters this lasts about a week. And then it usually stays in the 30s or so for the rest of the winter, usually. We'll see. Might be different this winter, a few winters. There was a couple winters ago it stayed cold for, probably a little longer than a week, colder than normal. So we'll see. Times are changing. So here's my first load of bunks. I put them upside down. They fit in between the fenders, but stick out past the back quite a ways. I think Garrett said this trailer is 24 foot, and so it must be 20 foot. It must be a 20-foot trailer, or they measured from the front of the hitch or something. They're just sticking out of probably 4 feet past the end here. Maybe 3, maybe not quite 4, but pretty close. Got her strapped, boomered every which way. nothing got loose. Surprisingly. But gotta get these unloaded and get some hay put out and get things fed in the dark today. James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.